Hi guys. See how pretty this looks? I spent so long trying to make this look pretty so that you guys can come and it will look so aesthetic and like a cute little corner where we can talk. Um, this format has no name right now. It's just me talking about stuff that has been on my mind. I should get a mic. I don't have a mic. Hold on. Would this work? Nah, not really. This is no budget. I just stuck lights on a wall with my tape and wore blue because today is a sad day for me. You may not see it, but I'm feeling very sad. I have my blue cup here with me to keep me company and thought that we should have a mic, but I don't really have a budget for a mic, so we can just work with this straw as a mic. Okay. How depressing of a topic this is, and somehow my initial reaction is just to be very funny. Try to be funny. I don't even know if I'm being funny. Just try to be funny. Something they don't tell you when you grow up. Wow, such a good transition. Something that they don't tell you about growing up is that you don't realize how many friendships you'll lose. How many people in your life that were once a huge part of your life, they are not gonna be a part of your life anymore. And I feel like it's a very universal experience, but I knew when I was small and I wanted to grow up so badly. Nobody told me that you'll have friends for the longest time, and for years you'll have that friend from school to university to your adult life. That friendship will grow, and then on a very mundane day, on a very mundane afternoon or night or whatever it is, something will happen, anything that can happen, and that will change the whole dynamic of that friendship. And that is going to be, so difficult to get out of. I think when you grow older, you realize how genuinely inevitable it is. Like, it is going to happen. Like, you will lose friendships. You will lose people in your life that meant so much to you at a given point that you could not even think or imagine your life without. And then one day, you will have to live without them. And you will feel so incomplete. You will feel so incomplete because they played such a huge role in your life, and there would be this constant grief that you feel in like the more important that person is for you in your life, I think the higher that intensity of grief would be. And I'm not trying to generalize. I feel like it is going to be different for everybody. It's just my experience that the grief would be a lot more. And even in those happy moments or at late night when you're alone and you have no way of escaping your thoughts, moments like that will come back to you, and you would start thinking, oh, so they're not here anymore. Okay. And that would hurt, and you would try to escape from that hurt. I've been doing that a lot myself. I've been trying to spend hours on my phone so that I can escape my thoughts. I don't have to worry about my thoughts. The funny thing is, I have my finals coming up on Monday. Today is Friday. Not studied for that yet. Will study for it after I've done talking about my feelings with you guys. I feel like you will miss them so much, but I think it's such an inevitable thing that is going to happen, and that's a consistent thing that will happen. People will come in your life. They'll play a huge role in making you who you are. They'll give you the worst or best memories depending on them as a person, and something will happen and that friendship will fade. And obviously, if there are some of you who are thinking, oh, I've had friends, I have the same friends that I had from school or whatever it is, you should consider that as such a big blessing, because that doesn't happen to majority people, and you should be so genuinely grateful that that friendship is still present. Because for most of us, people change, their values change, they grow. I don't know if I could say that everybody grows, but everybody changes with time. And sometimes the decisions that they would make would impact you as a person. And you would realize, so we had like 10 years of friendship, and now what? Should I try to solve this out? Sometimes you have to realize that even if you try to solve it out, there are chances that it's not going to be the same anymore, and that would hurt. But you have moved on from your past friend people as well, you know, people that have impacted you negatively. You have moved on from them. Who's to say you can't move on now? Who's to say you don't have it in you to do that? You do. You do. And it would be a constant process, and I don't think that I have a idea how to get out of it, because I don't know. I am going through it myself, like as 20-year-olds something. I am going through that myself, so I don't really know what type of advice I could have given you to get out of it. But no, if you are struggling with relationships, struggling with friendship, struggling with keeping friendships for a long long period of time, you are not alone. Seriously. Maybe that's what this podcast should be called. Is this a podcast? I don't know. You are not alone. I am right there with you. That's all I wanted to share today. Maybe this podcast will be called You're Not Alone. That sounds so scary. You're not alone. I'm here with you. Ew. Is that scary or is that cute? I don't know. Is that comforting or scary? I'm not sure. I watch a lot of horror content. At this point, I don't know what is comforting and what is scary. Because sometimes low-key late at night, I find comfort in the fact that maybe I'm not alone in this room. There is somebody here with me. That says a lot about me. Okay, yeah, that's it for today. I'll meet you guys soon if I have another epiphany of a thought. But yeah, that's it. Bye.